You need to bring them out of hiding, and then they'll let you in the door. Go on, hit the vent with your wrench.
Oh, this part. I remember this part. This is kind of neat.
Und bitte. It would mean very much to me if you will be gentle with the girls. Mein kleines Mädchen.
Mein kleines Mädchen. Glad that was worth permanently augmenting my body to get through that one door. Yeah, I remember this part. It's the part where right after the game established that they are indestructible mega girls, we have to defend them in an escort quest. Mein kleines Mädchen. Which just means my little girls. The Proving Grounds. I don't remember if you have to actually defend them or not. You have to fight off the splicers. I don't remember if they actually have a health bar though. I think they're just filling up with Adam and they just won't continue as long as they're being interfered with.
The little ones will lead you to Fontaine.
Hurry!
But you
Hurry,
must
Mr.
protect
Bubbles.
them.
I mean, they likened...
That's it, kid. It's been a
Hurry,
long
Mr. B.
road. You don't even remember most of it. Put you on a sub when you were just a sprout.
In the previous thing, they were talking about, like, it's too bad you can't do this to adults, because there'd be a lot of money for a man who can't be killed, is I believe what the quote was. Which implies that these guys can't be killed, which explains why you can't hurt them, and you never see one die, except for the ritual suicides here and there. But, it makes the escort quest weird. Not as weird as Resident Evil 6, though. Resident Evil 6 is like, this character's literally impervious to all attacks, and you watch them get horribly mutilated and destroyed in a bunch of cutscenes, and they just recover, like Wolverine. And yet, there's multiple story missions where you have to escort them carefully, and they'll die instantly if you mess up. And I'm like, but she can't die, Resident Evil 6. Sherry can't die, you liar. Is there another Big Daddy down there? Friend, help me defend. Oh,
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B.
he died.
Angels don't wait for slowpokes.
Angels do wait. They're corpses. Do you not notice that? I mean, you didn't. That's retort. That's a bad question.
Hurry, Mr. B. Angels
I really wound you up with that wife and child bit. Oh, me poor Moira. I me wee baby Patrick. Maybe one day I'll get me a real family. They play well with the suckers.
Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angels dancing in the sky.
He's really invested in, like, taunting me constantly. God damn. Why hasn't he left yet?
Hurry, hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
Oh, that was unnecessary. Oh well. Someone talking over here?
Time to go, Mr. B.
Someone being naughty over here? Oh, there's the angel.
This angel. Hurry,
Even though
Mr.
they are
B.
physically free and beneath the gathering, Kuchung's mental conditioning still holds them to their terrible past. For sins such as yours, you can never atone.
Time to go, Mr. B.
That's a lot of bad sounds. Go fight each other. Go fight each other. And also defensive things everywhere. I'm ready. Oh, they're really sticking to it. Convenient.
It looks sad, Mr. P.
What's wrong?
Pretty angel, Mr. P. Hurry.
So no, I think she does have a health bar, and she does not seem to regenerate despite the part where it's like in her story that she will regenerate. Watch these Yep, I knew it. I knew the stupid bot was gonna fly directly into the electric wire. How did you get past? How did you get past my wires? Where the fuck did you come from? I put these here for you. Rude. Oh. Get him, bots. They're surprisingly not super into my little sister. There's not really anyone else free to fight, is there? I'm just hurting myself with that. You never stop speaking. I see Adam, Mr. B. Mr. B, Mr. B. Mr. B, 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 B. I'm like, holy crap, we're standing still right now. It's fine. You can just move on. Oh, goddamn. God damn. You did so much damage to her. Oh shit. Oh no. I should have quick saved after the last one. Are you on my team right now? You're not, but you will be. There we go.
If the little ones fall, you can call for another at the vent. But to lose even one is a sin.
Well, shit. Do I not? I guess I just don't actually lose. Oh. Right. It's in line with the rest of this game's mentality about never really losing. Man, it's really easy to keep myself alive when I have to defend against waves. It's rough to face off against waves alone. When you're defending somebody else, I mean. A lot of bad news running my way all at once. What are you doing? Go do the thing. What's up? You alright? Need some help? Playing a little catch up?
Hurry! The harvesting will draw the attention of the splicers.
Kind of just... The elements of the scene definitely reduce in effectiveness when you can just effortlessly... Oh god, I hate you guys. Ruin everything. Wait, are we done? You only jabbed it like once. All of my defenses were pointless? No enemies showed up.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B.
Shit. Stop hitting her. Be my friend instead. Kill... Who are you yelling at? Where are you going? Friend! Oh. Not friend? Do I have to fight do I have to fight another Big Daddy for the little sister? Is that what's gonna happen?
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpoke.
Ah! 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 I didn't see the other one.
Hurry, Mr. B. I can
Join me.
Dancing in the sky.
My FOV is so fucked right now. My peripheral vision's just gone.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B.
Is he gonna show up and attack me or what?
Hurry, Mr. B. Angels are waiting for our kiss.
I think these might already be on my team. That actually wasn't aggroing on me, was it? This might be a pointless hack. Oh, the cameras don't default. No, it's still worth hacking, right? Because the cameras don't normally, default to attacking splicers, do they? Don't I have to tell it to by hacking it? I think you have to make the cameras attack splicers, generally speaking. So hacking them is worth it on that level. And then they all killed each other while the bots shot them. Hooray!
Hurry, Mr. B.
We'll get to it in a minute. We're preoccupied. Kill. Kill. They coming up behind me? No, they can't use those doors. By the way, I just augmented myself genetically to get here, only to find out that these guys can just find their own way in. Basically, Jack refuses to engage in like really basic climbing, so he has to permanently augment himself instead. How did you die? Oh, was it you?
Don't know what I was thinking. Never spliced up once the whole time I was down here in this aquarium. Figured it was bad to mix business with pleasure, but forget all the nose candy and floor polish I've been wasting time with. This stuff is the mother's milk.
Find a vent and summon another little one.
At least I get to run ahead a little bit to the next one. Oh. You can only use one that's been activated by a previous little sister. Oh, there's really weird video gamey stuff going on here. Okay. It's like the little sister has to manually activate her Vita chamber or something. Alright. Let's go back to wherever the last one was. Who were you just activating on? Was it the other, maybe it was another camera? My wallet's full again. Not a lot to do with that either. Yeah, I'm already gone. Let's go. Let's see, there's more proximity bombs over here, so let's get firing. No time to waste. This looks... Oh yeah, also we're playing through repeating rooms, it looks like. Like basically the same rooms we've already played through. This part feels a little churned out. There we go, got my mines. Where is she? There you are. Stop telling me to hurry when I'm waiting for you. It's really weird. I'm starting to question your perception of reality. I say once again, acknowledging that I know that they are actually on a perception filter. Oh shit. I didn't see you. Join me. I should have just bought it out for $30. I don't have anything else to do with the money. Whoops. Gotcha. That'll help defend against the incoming baddies. Who needs... Uh-oh. 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 Not psyched about that.
Keep an eye opening for the splicers.
I am keeping an eye open for the splicers. What do you think I'm doing? Oh boy. At least he won't... At least the big daddy won't kill the little sister, right? Stop shooting them, I'm distracted. You killed my turret. I liked that turret. Shit. God damn. Because on top of everything else, I need to deal with you. Cool, you're all dead. Waste of armor-piercing rounds, but I was in a hurry to kill him before... God damn. They really want you dead. There's so many people. So much money I can't pick up. Oh. How did none of those get triggered? Alright, I guess they just didn't come from that side? Man, there's no threat to me. This is not a dangerous scenario for me. But they just melt her because she's standing still. Shit.
Hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
Hurry, Mr. Bubbles. Hop, hop, Mr. B. What? I thought you could only research non-friendlies. Alright, I fully researched the little sister. I did it. Hooray. Please activate your next respawn point. I don't really have a lot of confidence in your ability to survive this. Activate it, quickly. Quickly. I was over here. Ooh. Eve hypos. Proximity bombs. Listen, I'm just trying to save your life. Calm down. Angels, don't wait for slowpokes. That sounds like something Dr. Suchong and like forced into your brain in like a really sad way. He like lists off at the end, almost like she's remembering. And I'm like, oh no. Dr. Suchong. Did she walk through that fire?
That might be plenty for the working scrubs and the pencil pushers, but I need more. More! I want to splice! Right now! Splice with!
Whoa. Is it final boss fight time?
Fontaine is nearby. You are reaching close now.
Oh, I'm ready for dream time, Mr. Bubbles.
Yeah, I think I'm...
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B.
There, yeah, it's over. Bye.
Fontaine waits above. There will be no going back from here. Make sure you are ready to face him before moving on.
There we go.
There! You must use the needle of the little sister to drain Fontaine of his Adam. It is the only way to defeat him.
It's definitely cool on a narrative level to spend the whole time seeing the little sisters and everything, and then have a chance to like actually escort one around as a big daddy. It's just a little weird how it plays out. There we go. The UN vent. Do I want to? I mean, I could. I'm just gonna buy you out because I have the money. I have the money that allows me to not do the hacking minigame, and I'm going to exercise that right. There we go. Stocked up on some things. I've maxed out on both of my main resource types. Picked up all the random crap around here. I think I've tried to pick everything up already. I guess we should use the U invent. Little spews everywhere. I probably mostly made it in my inventory. Who knows? Why are those here? All right. Let's make a manual save. Before the big bad fight. Fontaine is power crazed. This really is more or less the same ending they would later use for Arkham Asylum, which was also similarly kind of underwhelming that time too. Everyone's like, well, the game's got to end in a boss fight, right? So they just kind of find space for a boss fight one way or another, I guess. Stock up on our attacks here. There we go. Come at me, Fontaine.
Sub, you were no more than 2. You were my ace in the hole, but you were also the closest thing I ever had to a son. And that's why this hurts. Betrayal, kid. Life ain't strictly business.
Final autosave. Now I can't save or regenerate if there's a Vita chamber, but I don't have them anyway. And of course he looks like Atlas.
Go now! Hit it with the needle!
Oh, whoops. Of course they make Fontaine like hilariously look like Atlas shrugged. Like, oh. Ow. Don't mind me, I'll just be circle strafing a lot.
My breath.
Nope.
I'm gonna bury you and all their little eggs.
You did it. You became a drug addict. Congrats.
You think I'm alone in this world? I got more than enough moms to watch my back while I recharge. I'm not finished. I'll get you.
That hurt. That was not a good call. Ow. Ow. That's a heat-seeking RPG. Why didn't it heat-seek? Anyway, that's all I got for that gun. Next gun. Oh, that was a miss. Whoops. There we go. Need it. Need a minute, huh? Don't mind me.
What are you waiting for? Hit him with the needle!
I'm just working on it. It's fine. Oh shit. My bad. He whoopsie. He recovers faster than I thought he would. Come on over, buddy. Woohoo. I was kind of waiting for you to charge me, honestly. Ow. Damn it. I'm trying to be creative and not just shoot you with rockets the entire boss fight. Wait, are my attacks... Oh, did he destroy them? That's frustrating. Alright, this is not my best plan. I'm just trying to fuck around. There it goes. How do you feel about fire attacks, Iceman? I'm working on it. Admittedly, the fight would be over now if I hadn't done that stupid thing a moment ago. But, you know. Whoa! Get him. They're fighting that. They're fighting the. He's fighting the other ones now. Ow, that hurt. That is not really dealing any damage. All right. Are you an anti-personnel? is that the kind of ammo I should be using here? Oh boy, that damage does a lot of damage. That attack has a lot of AOE to it. Yeah, it didn't go so hot. Well, yep, not my proudest. All I had to do was not fuck around. I just wanted to use all my different tools. I was like, let's throw some catapults around here. That'll be fun. I should have done that in the back hallways. That would have been the smarter idea. I think I'm gonna try that. Yeah. Come and get it. Woohoo. Ah, I got my feet got stuck on something. Shit. This is fun. Also, this is not an effective strategy. Holy crap. These attacks are so weak on him. Oh. Ow, ow. Alright, well I tried. Is he like on me right now or what? Ow. I mean, I'm working on it. There's so many traps around now, and they're way more dangerous to me than him. Ow. I'm having trouble telling where the damage comes from. I don't remember this fight at all, by the way. It's kind of erased from my memory of what Bioshock is. Probably because it's kind of incongruous to the rest. Oh, out of that. You can't charge me because there's an awkward legend between us, so your AI can't figure out what to do about that.
Catch my breath. I'm gonna bury you and all them little eggs.
You seem nice. Whee! Ow! Jesus. It's a little brutal how he seems to be able to attack me before I can really react to the beginning. Out of those now. He's just, is he running away screaming on fire? That's fun. Oh yeah, he actually ran away to the water. Join me. Join the dark side. Ow, lightning. Lightning's a little hard to avoid than some of the other ones. He's screaming, it's kind of great. He doesn't like being set on fire, does he? I could use this guy. Oh, nope. He managed to die somewhere.
I'm gonna cut you into bits.
Seems like you're all out of Adam.
I had you built. I sent you topside. I called you back, showed you what you was capable of. Even that life you thought you had, that was something I dreamed up and I tattooed inside your head. Now, if you don't call that family, I don't know what is. And now,
They offered you this city. And you refused it. And what did you do instead? What I've come to expect of you. You saved them. You gave them the one thing that was stolen from them. A chance. A chance to learn. To find love. To live. And in the end, what was your reward? You never said. But I think I know. A family.
Yeah, get shit on, Fontaine. The exact thing that they claimed would not happen happened, as it turns out. That's a hell of a way to go down. That was a lot of stabbings. That was a lot of stabbings. I would have beat him the first try, I think, if I didn't fuck around trying to do the traps. And then failed to stab him in time. Because I think I did the same number of... I sent him back to the chair the same number of times in both attempts. It's just that I didn't do it one of the times, so it wasn't a win. He goes down kind of quick. Yeah. It's a bit underwhelming in a final boss fight. It reminds me of what people complained about with the Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Human Revolution, where they had the boss fights that were incongruous with the rest of the game's stuff. in part, it's the part where you can premeditate all the other fights in the game, and you can enter into stealth mode and you kind of hide away and you can set up traps and stuff like that. That one's more or less just an active shoot-a-thon, and I would imagine a significant percentage of players just shoot him with the grenade launcher a whole lot and then figure out what else to do when they run out of grenade launcher rounds. That's most of the fight, and attempts to be creative with it, I think, mostly just lead to you taking a lot of damage because he's really hitting you a lot, especially in the last phase with the lightning ball. That thing comes at you very quickly and seems to have a really big attack. Like the damage hitbox seems pretty big, so it's a little tough to avoid and stuff. But yeah, it's mostly just a disappointing boss fight because it's so vanilla, and it almost feels out of its element for Bioshock, because the game had its own style and its own thing going on, and it was its own experience, and then it ends with like the most generic. Now the villain that was supposedly clever and conniving and made all these plans, now he's just gonna be a big Hulk monster that punches you, roar, which is just a thing that video games fall back on, I guess. In particular, this genre, I think at times this genre as a whole sometimes benefits from not having a final boss fight, but instead having a ticking clock. Like a big, dangerous gauntlet scenario where you can use all your tools, but you need to get from point A to point B quickly before something explodes or something. Like that kind of thing often, I think, sometimes works better than a big Hulk monster that wants to punch you in the face and stuff like that. And specifically, it reminds me of Batman Arkham Asylum, where the entire game, the Joker's taunting you, and in fact, in a lot of ways, the game might be inspired by Bioshock directly, down to its level design. It's constant audio logs over a cast of characters that aren't present at the moment, and so on and so forth. And much like Bioshock, that game, like the clever Joker that made the whole game happen and is fucking with you all game and being this big pain in the ass, at the end of the game, he just injects himself with Hulk juice and turns into the Hulk like this, and then keeps running around and trying to punch you, and you gotta out-punch the punchy man. And I'm like, what the fuck? What a weird, like not fitting at all boss fight to handle with the Joker with. And it's like this, where it's like, what's the end of Atlas / Fontaine storyline? He turns into a giant muscle man that wants to punch you a lot, and I'm like, yay? It would almost be more fitting if, it's like Fontaine's not established as being a warrior. That's not really what he is character-wise. It'd almost be more fitting if he unveiled, because he had a whole company here, like he had so many resources, presumably, in addition to sending a lot of splicers and bots and stuff at you, it'd be kind of fitting if he unveiled that he himself has made a super splicer of some kind that's not him, or he has some next level, like, tougher mega bot that you've got to fight. But the fact that you literally fight him in that form is a little like, really? I don't know, it'd almost be more fitting if after all the shit you have to deal with fighting the stuff that they sent forth at you, that you then just had to fight. They then just, like, you beat his big bad thing, and then you get to the back room where he's defenseless, and you just take him out because he's just another dude. But they take the boss fight route. But I'm kind of hypothesizing how they could take the boss fight route in a way that's more consistent with the characters a little bit. I don't know. There's something memorable about how Andrew Ryan just goes down. Like, he just gets killed in a cutscene, and that's the big climax of that character. Because fighting Andrew Ryan would have been weird. And Andrew Ryan and Fontaine conflict in a ton of different ways and are different in a lot of ways, but I don't think either of them is really necessarily really big on the get your hands dirty. They like Fontaine clearly organized large groups where he had people he recruited to do all of his shit for him, and he was a manager, he was a con man, he was the guy that was doing all this from the back seat, not actually being the one running around like punching dudes and whatnot. So it would make more sense to me if he had someone to send after us, someone or something that was his final thing to call back on. And then I'd almost be more accepting then, because then he's like, oh, he has a weird, like, Atlas Shrugged looking statue man that he's gonna try to kill us with. But instead, he's the attribute. He over the course of one mission, he jabs himself with so much Adam that he goes from having never used any Adam ever to being the single most transformed splicer we've ever seen in the entire game over the course of like an hour. And I'm like, what? I don't know. It's the ending of a video game. They always feel oddly rushed and strange in a lot of ways. The ends of museum. The ends. I just said museum because I clicked on it. Haha. The endings of video games are always really strangely like rushed and unfinished feeling. That's standard. I'm not really making a big deal about it. I'm just fixated on the ending because that's what just actually happened. So this is a museum. It's a bunch of stuff that they made for the game and then threw away basically. And it's in this game, in this version of the game, so that I'd walk around a little bit. I looked at it a little bit, but I left when I realized I should just come back when I'm recording. But this is a whole thing. Overall, I think Bioshock's a fantastic game, and it's full of character and personality and a really cool setting, and it's intensely memorable, and that's why people keep... Well, that's the whole reason why it won the nomination in the first place, is because it stuck with people this time, and it does so in a deserving manner. The stuff that bothers me is really minor. The story gets less interesting after the betrayal is revealed, and some of the mechanics even get less interesting after that point. The stuff kind of plateaus because you have all the tools already, so that at that point the game's just kind of spinning its wheels and letting you use the tools that you've already discovered and just kind of looping for a while, which is normal enough. Probably my single biggest gripe with the entire game is just the hacking. It's really satisfying to hack bots and have them on your team, but that they just want you to use... They want you to do that minigame way too much. It'd be one thing if it was like a little less, like I think of like Simon Says from Mass Effect 1 was like a minigame that was so brief that it wasn't as distracting, but Pipe Dream is a whole game onto itself, so it's a lot to deal with. So these are like old discarded Big Daddy models. This one had like punchy arms. These guys look like wine barrels and stuff a little bit. They're neat. The Punchy Man. Look at that one. But yeah, I think that when you have a hacking minigame, it should probably be really brief and simple. The more complicated and involved it gets, the more it gets really tedious to do a lot of times over the course of the game, and I think this game goes a little too far in that direction. I think these are the slugs that used to be what carries all the Adam, right? Yeah. Bioshock Gatherer. That's what... Because originally they had these instead of Little Sisters. Then they switched to the Little Sisters later. Yep. It'd be hard to imagine this creature, whose job was to reclaim Adam from corpses, was the earliest iteration behind the Little Sister. Yeah. Here, this early bouncer. Slow Profum. Huh. This model later appeared in Bioshock 2 as the Rumbler, throwing miniature turrets instead of cannonballs. I want to play as the Rumbler. I'm gonna be a little fast because I'm actually running out of time for tonight, so you might have to pause it if you want to read one of these exhibits. The Stitchy, because this used to be what the enemies were. Instead of splicers, there was like mutant zombie monsters, much more in line with what's it called? System Shock 2, which is full of like weird zombie men that were trying to beat you to death with crowbars. The enemies were way weirder until they made them all screaming crazy splicers. Which, based on that one live stream that the level designer was doing, apparently they just, like, somebody was selling on, like, eBay or something like that, a bunch of, like, mug shots from the, from police arrests or something, from, like, the 50s or whatever. And so, they apparently just based all the splicers on those pictures when they saw them. And that's when the aesthetic started to really change for the game. It was supposed to be like an abandoned underwater like science facility, I think, originally. And instead it became, well, this. And so it single-handedly managed to popularize this entire trend nowadays in video games of the retro-futurist game, which shows up again in Prey. and we were the happy few, and a few other games, where it just became really popular for a game to take place in this way, like vaguely in this like its aesthetic is about being retro, but it doesn't take place in the time. It either doesn't take place in the time that it's emulating, or it's like an alternate history or something, is usually the stuff that goes on here. A lot of stuff where things look old, but they take place in the future. Look at this guy. Look at Scarecrow over here with the crab claw. Huh. The Yam Hand model. This character derisively called Yam Hand around irrational games with a poster child for the conceptual phase that preceded the decision to go with human enemies. Look at that. Oh yeah, yeah, kind of like a Yam Hand, I guess so. Look at that. That was gonna be a very different game. Or maybe not that big, maybe not that different of a game, just a different aesthetic. That's creepy. That's really creepy. That probably used to be the splicers that would walk on the... That's probably like the proto version of the splicers that can climb on the ceiling and everything. Oh, and that's the stuff taking over a Big Daddy. Creepy. The slug attached to it. Ugh. That's like Soma right there. This almost looks like a final boss. Missing link model. So this is their... So they're describing this as their progress between making the original monsters, then they went towards this guy, and then they went towards the human splicers as a result. Look at his poofy pants. Neat to see stuff like this. That's a basking shark. Yeah. That is a basking shark. Basking sharks are terrifying. It's just a giant open hole that swims through the ocean. It's not... They don't... Their goal isn't to eat any sort of mammalian life or anything like that, but boy, is that just a giant hole swimming through the ocean. That's terrifying. Subway concept art. Big Daddy. Oh, that looks pretty early. That's a blurry painting, isn't it? Alright, this was Bioshock 1. We'll see what people vote for tomorrow. Excited to find out. Those are weird fucking enemy designs. Alright, thanks for watching like always, guys, and I'll see you next time.